Okay, this is the second part of our lawn care um, research, keyword research. So I've decided that on these video trainings, the WordPress website build outs, those are in the series of 101, 102, etc. And so for the keyword research, I'll start with the 200 series. So we'll start with 201, 202. So the first one was 201. This is 202 for starting a keyword research for this is a website that our client, one of our clients, we're taking over his SEO. And I am doing a training for one of our SEO VAs. They're all of my SEO VAs are very well trained. However, I am changing some of our SOPs because of all the AI, how fast AI is moving, and so many things that we can do with AI. This client is using Surfer SEO, which I do not use in my company, but he does. So we're going to be using it for him. He has his own account. And I'm also going to be showing you how you can use it with how I'm going to take what I learned from Surfer SEO and how I'm going to put it into RankIQ to get a good grasp on how I'm going to choose these keywords. So what we did was where we left off was we were doing some keyword research on the Surfer SEO as well as getting some old keywords that he had already worked out from another digital agency. So the keyword that we decided we would start with is going to be DIY lawn care for beginners. Now we're going to have to create a title out of this, but and that's going to come in a minute. And we always have to make sure our titles follow a bunch of rules. But this is going to be the main keyword, DIY lawn care for beginners. So when we look here at that, right here, I'm going to take this now since we did some of the, let's look at the other, let me see if I can find the keyword research area. Okay, here we go. So this is where we had stopped the other video. So we put DIY lawn care for beginners, and the Surfer SEO came up with 112 clusters for the main topic. So this is the main topic, and then there could be up to 112 clusters. Now that does not mean that all clusters are going to be 112 different articles because you don't want to do a lot of cannibalization. I am going to teach you what that is in another video, and I don't agree all the time that it's a bad thing to have cannibalization on your site. However, we also don't want to look spammy. So we do not want to look like keep using the same ones over and over again, right? So in this DIY lawn care for beginners, this is going to be the main it's going to be one of the articles, okay? And so this is kind of like the what do you call it? The umbrella, the DIY lawn care for beginners. This is going to evolve into some other branches. So let's just say you have this big umbrella of a tree overarching you, and then you're going to have lower hanging fruit that we're going to go look for. And all of this is going to link up towards this main article about DIY lawn care for beginners. So we're going to look through some of these ones that Surfer SEO has suggested. Now I am going to leave my link in the description area for my RankIQ, and then I am not an affiliate of UberSuggest.io, but it's another really good tool which we'll look at. And then also you can use the free version of Ahrefs. And then of course you can also be using the tools, the Chrome extensions that I showed you in the first video on how to do some more keyword research. We always want to verify. You're never going to hurt your SEO by making sure and verifying all of this, okay? So the AI tools are all very new. I've seen them make a few mistakes, and they're not even the new chat GPT SEO plugins are awesome, but I've seen them still make errors. So we want to just double check everything. Now you may not have to go and spend the kind of money that it costs to have Surfer SEO or SEMrush. However, there's medium products like RankIQ, UberSuggest is very low cost, and then combine those along with your free Chat GPT plugins and other Chrome extensions. So spring's lawn care we talked about, I would say spring, obviously it's not a correct word. And then if we click on these, we can open for more details so we can see how we can rank. And remember for for the difficulty for how SEO Surfer does it is that they go through 1 through 9, and all of these are pretty high in this one. So we're going to stay away from that for a second title. I want to come up with a supporting title almost right away. If we go here here's an 8, and we want to look through these, remember, and see, oh, do they let us filter? Let's see. No, let's do, no. All right. Oh, most for here it is. I'm sorry. Let's go from low to high. All right. So yes, we saw this in our last video. This is a local one. We're not going to use it because this is Michigan. That's not where, and you'll see that these local ones are always really good to go after. There's Georgia. So I'm going to let you know right now that local SEO is going to be really good in this niche, and you could go after every single one of these states. And even local, here's Colorado. You see that how they're, so those are always going to be the easier ones to rank for, but yet not necessarily the ones we want to rank for. Remember, we found this lawn care subscription, and this is going to be a good one to go after, and especially since it's part of the overall arching intent of the website. So I'm going to click on here, and we see that there's a bunch of 5s, and the 5s we're going to want to go after. So custom lawn fertilizer, that's really great because of the fact that it's a lawn care subscription, and all of these words. Now, all of these words will just be words that we need to put into this article about lawn care subscription. We don't know what the title of that's going to be yet. This is what that's going to be, and it's only has 30 traffic, it's saying, but it's going to have more. The search volume is 780, which is perfectly fine. And what I always say is don't pay attention so much to the search volume, especially when you're first starting a website, because you need all that low-hanging fruit, and it's the culmination of a bunch of little 1s, 2s, 3s, 12s, 20s that add up to thousands. So that's what you want to know. This is saying that they're comparing lawn care subscription, so they're doing like an investigation before they buy, is the intent of the user. So that one's a good one to go after. And then how to make grass thicker and greener. That's a good one. Informational, very good, because they do want to optimize this for ads eventually, monetize it. So this is really good one to go after, low-hanging fruit. And then I went to apply all of these here with the 6s besides the local ones. Oh, month-to-month lawn care calendar. That's a really good one. So all of these could be written, would be pretty good to write. So that's really good. We're going to go over here to RankIQ first. So I took this one, DIY lawn care for beginners, to see what kind of article can I write for this. Now, I went into my RankIQ, and again, I am an affiliate of RankIQ. It's one of my favorite SEO tools out there. It's only like $50 a month, very reasonable, and it does so much in so many niches. So you can go into my description area here in my YouTube channel, and you can click on my link and try it out. Now, DIY lawn care for beginners, RankIQ is giving it an A++, which is really, really good. So that's very important to understand, because that means that it's a good title to go after. The problem is we might have, I'm sorry, my computer's charging and the plug fell out. I apologize. Okay, so it wants a word count of at least 1,800 words. So that right there tells me that it's not going to be what we call a response post. It's going to have to be, and it's not quite a pillar post. So even though it's like an overarching umbrella at the top, I think we're going to have a lot of branches off of it, because it doesn't have to become a total pillar post. It could, but it doesn't have to become. And the competition's only at 26. The average time to rank is average, or the time to rank is average. We like to find ultra fast ones. So we'll go in here and I'll show you some things we can do with that. So I took this and created a report, and RankIQ sends me back all of these keywords that are being ranked, like that Google likes in these posts about this topic. And I like a lot of these, a lot better than what SEO Surfer does and what SEMrush does, because they're using multi-words, which I really like. It really bugs me when they only use a one word, like a over or after or things like that. It's really bad. Like best time is not even good, but we know that that's referring to the best time to plant your grass and things like that. Soil test is very good. This pre-emergent herbicide, very good. Weed control, lawn care tip, grass blades, all of these kinds of things. And we're going to go through and you can just X out good idea. I'm going to take that out because it's not really one that we need. And you go through here, what you would do is you would go through here. Square feet is not really a keyword, so I'm going to take that out. And what you're going to do is get rid of these ones that really are not keywords. Quick fix is not a real light. Lots of time is not. So we're going to look through here, and anything that doesn't really have to do with the soil or new homeowner, that's not one really. Great time, no. So we need to just think about, go through this all. Much water we're going to get rid of. Inch of water, because it's not an article about water. First time, nope. So this is all kinds of things. You're going to go through these and start deleting keywords that are not really keywords, in other words. So I'm not going to go through and do this whole thing, but that's what would happen, because then it's also going to, you don't have to put those words. If it doesn't come natural to you, you're not going to need to put those words into the content. So now we're going to scroll down past this here, and we can download these and create an outline, which is really cool. And then it says what Google likes in the titles. So they want the word lawn in there, care in there, for, DIY, beginners. Those are the ones in, simple, steps, easy, things like that. That's what they want in there, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the top ranking titles that are on page 1. So this one here, and you'll see these are some big things about titles that you need to understand before you create a title, is Google loves and people love to click on number leading titles. So that would mean like this 10 beginner, 13 easy steps, 6 beginner launch. See those kinds of words. These are all done incorrectly, by the way. We'll have another class on just titles. So then also the next thing is title modifiers will always get you more clicks, and then year and title. None of these have year and title. Now there is a caveat about year and title. If you do, year and title gets clicked on more than any other modifier. However, you're going to have to go back every year and change the date, the year. So if it's 22, you need to go back, change that to 23, and then next year go back and change it to 24, and then update the post a little bit. Not a problem, but you need to have a spreadsheet or some kind of a tracking system so you don't miss those and then lose traffic in the next year because people won't click on it because then they think it's too old. Title modifiers are like beginner, easy, things like that, right? So these are the top 10 of our competitors. What I really like here is it's showing me that the number 2 spot is a spot. This is the one that I told you in the last video about from UK. It only has a domain authority of 25. And all of to rank easier, you want to have to be under 30, under 40, really. So we know just by looking at this, and look how high, look at these YouTube, 100, 100, right? I mean, there's no way you're going to beat the YouTube videos. So, but they did. And so this is very interesting how we could probably take the spot of 25 over if we write better, okay? So the next thing I did was I created a title, and I said DIY simple lawn care for beginners in easy steps. I didn't put a number modifier in there because I'm not sure well, I'll just teach you now. I was going to do this in a different video, and I probably still will, But when you're doing your titles, where is it? Oh, your number leading. So if the biggest one is this 13, ours has to be at least 10 more than that. So it'd have to be 23. The other tip is you always want them to be odd numbers. People click on odd numbers. So the 6 and 10 are not getting clicked on anywhere near as the 13 is. But ours would have to be 23, and I'm not sure if we could get 23 in here. But let's put in 23. Let's put 23 easy steps and see if we get any higher of a grade. Not much. What was that? Perfect. And if we take it out, it's perfect as well. It's only 2 points higher, so we don't really need to go through that right now. If we find out that we can make it into a numbered post, then we will. But we have to remember that we have to at least have 23 lists in a listicle. 23 points in a listicle, right? And it can't just be a bullet. It has to actually be an article. So this is going to become our title for the article. DIY Simple Lawn Care for Beginners and Easy Steps. The next thing is it's going to show us the highest graded content. And the one with the 13 easy steps is the highest. And they have 2,300 words and an A++ grade. So we need to beat that. Okay. So we're going to take this title. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this title just to make sure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, actually, let's go to this article, Lawn Care in 13 Easy Steps. I don't know if we used this the last time. And we're going to turn on our, sorry, I'm trying to find my Harpa AI. So then we're going to turn on this. Oops. And we are going to look for a competitor analysis again. So this is outrank this article. No, there's another one I wanted to do. Yeah, silo, create a silo for a website from a list of keywords. We can do that, but I wanted to go, there was one other one that I saw here. Here it is. Create the key competitors article. Okay, so we're going to do here, and we're just going to press escape there. Oops, connect to my ChatGPT. For some reason, I got disconnected. All right, there we go. All right, so now it's going to tell me all of the keywords. Remember, it's going to tell me the keyword, how many times they used it, and LSI keywords, which I need to use on top of all of those keywords. So the only thing I haven't figured out yet, maybe somebody in the audience, one of you knows, is when I click this copy to the clipboard, it doesn't copy it as the chart, and I want it to copy it as the chart. So this article doesn't have a lot of keywords, if you noticed, and that's interesting. And let me go over to my, oops, not in here. Where's my lawn care guy? Oh, okay, so here we go. All right, so I'm going to go over here, and I am going to just see if I can't paste that. Yeah, it's not so great, but at least I have it in here. So I know what I'm going to have to put into the article. All right, let's move this all back. And now what we can do in RankIQ is we can go up here and we can do I wonder if here's the ranking audit. No, this is not it. I'm sorry. This is for my own. We don't want to do that. There was another report. Lawn care. And and we want to search competition and see what we can find that's low competition for these keywords, okay? And let's go, please select keywords. Okay, so here's keywords here. And what we're going to do is we're going to rank this by how fast. Okay, no, I don't want that. I want the other one. Let's do ultra fast. Okay, so best bagged compost for lawns only has super easy to rank for ultra fast, right? Best mower for soja, I don't know what that is. We'd have to look. Again, local, Oklahoma, Texas. We have to, not do those. It looks like a lot of searches for artificial grass these days. North Carolina, Virginia, like a lot of that's going to be in there. But we want to look and see which one of these we can. This is what I love about RankIQ. Just tells us how fast, ultra fast. Like if we write a really good article about any of these, turn them into articles, we're going to start winning. So there are a lot of ones here, even though we see a lot. Look how many pages. So even though I see a lot that are about a state, somebody, North Carolina, etc., Alabama, there are a lot of other ones. Look at this one, tips of grass turning brown. So many people have that question, right? And we can find out what the question is on Uber Suggest, and then write the question to be answered for that. There are a lot of ways to get keywords in here. So that's going to be our keyword that we are going to use. And the first one that we got, which was, I copied and pasted it. Where was it? DIY simple lawn care steps, and DIY simple lawn care for beginners and easy steps. So I'm going to copy that. And then we're going to go over here to content at scale. And we're going to put so we are starting a project. We're clicking on projects, and we're going to click on from a keyword. Oops. Where did it go? Opened up in a new tab. That's interesting. All right. It's hard to see with my screen share in the way. Okay, so then we're going to click next. Enter the target keyword here. And we want it to be 1800 to 2800. Let's just know to 2000 is good enough for this one, I think. Oh, I guess we can't. So let's do the default then. Well, actually, let's 2000 to yeah, let's do the default because we need at least 1800. All right. Each keyword is one article. Okay. So here we want to give some context for the article, especially if you're writing like sales copy or something. But we really don't need to because this is very self-explanatory. So we can save it to the content planner, we can customize, or we can create content. We're going to go ahead and create the content. We're going to say, okay, create the post. So now it's in the queue, and we're going to have to come back later to see how it works out, and we'll see what happens with that article. So we're going to stop the video now, and you can just continue to do this, and you just keep putting in more and more articles, as many as you purchased at Content at Scale. I am an affiliate of Content at Scale. This is all done for you. My link is in my description area. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, so you don't miss any of this important SEO tips and how to get your website ranked, how to build your website, how to hire virtual assistants to help you, how to outsource your work, how to be more productive in your company and in your business, and a lot more great stuff. AI, all the new AI stuff coming up as well. I look forward to talking to you in the next video.